Hey everyone, welcome to Microeconomics Principles in the fall 2017 semester at Rutgers University. Because this is an online course, I want to put together a little video to kind of run everything by you, to go through the syllabus, show you parts on Sakai and some of the outside resources. And so let me take you through kind of step by step through this. Now, everything I'm going to show you, for the most part, is going to be on your Sakai page, and you'll be able to access all of this. So if we go in to our Sakai page again, and actually let me enter the student view so you can see from your perspective. So here we have the home page. All these tabs are over here on your left-hand side. Homepage just has the information, and there's announcements, which I'll put out. They'll be posted here. And those announcements will also show here. So let's go in and talk about the syllabus for a second. Now, with the syllabus, you go on the course syllabus and information over here. There's a folder which has it. And within this folder, you either have it directly on the screen, or you can download it. Eventually, there we go. All right, so as I mentioned, this is Microeconomics Principles, fall 2017. This course is being administered entirely online. So the syllabus, first thing is my information, instructor information. My name is Joe Shin. I'll be the instructor for this course. You will also find a little bit of information about me, but basically I work for the Department of Housing and Urban Development. I am a housing market economist, and I've also been teaching on the side for about 7 years now. I got my master's from Rutgers University. I did my undergrad at Rider University, and I'm still currently working on my PhD. Eventually, gonna get there. Over time, I've taught at Rutgers, Rowan, Temple, Drexel, and I've taught Intro to Micro, Macro, Health Economics, Labor Economics. Now, my contact information is here. Now, as far as office hours, my office hours are Thursdays from 3:45 until 5:45. I'm in Armitage Hall, room 332, and here's the address for it. Now, I also can make myself available via video conference if that time doesn't work for you. So just let me know, and we can work something out for that. Now, the best way to get a hold of me is going to be via email. And my email is, now if you send it to my Rutgers email, I'll get it as well. But the one that's a little bit easier for me to use is professor.joe.shin@gmail.com. And that's really the best way to get in contact with me. I'm usually pretty good with email. If it's a short question, I can get back to you pretty quick. If it's a little more in depth, give me 12 hours roughly, because if something where I'm working in my office, I can't access my email from there, so it's a little bit tough. There's a phone number on here. If it's during office hours, you can reach me there, but if not, it doesn't really. It's the office that's shared, so it's I can't really do anything about it if I'm not in there. So I'm gonna encourage you to email me. So prerequisites for this course is just basic algebra. Now the book, you do need the book for this class, and the reason why you need the textbook is because the homework is linked to it. And so the book is Microeconomics Principles, 12th edition by Michael Parkin, Pearson Publishing. Now, as far as the textbook, there's two options. You can either get the ebook and the physical book, which is the information's here, or you can just get the ebook. Now, the ebook is going to have everything you need with it. I think you can highlight on it and all that. So it's really all about your preference. However, if you buy this used, you still need to get on My Econ Lab. And I'll talk more about that in a minute, but My Econ Lab is the companion website for this textbook. And all of your homework and exams and quizzes are all going to be administered through My Econ Lab. So you have to be on there. So, if you want to go, if you end up finding a used book somewhere, that's all well and good, but you still need to buy the code from My Econ Lab, which ends up being, I think, pretty similar to the full cost of the book anyway. So, textbook information, course information, we're going to be looking at microeconomics. You have your description, learning objectives here. Now, again, this course is going to be 100% administered online. All lectures, homework, discussions, all that is done online. I'll show you all that. Now, the course grade. There are 4 components of the course grade. Now, there are weekly homeworks that are going to be posted on My Econ Lab, but they are really just to prepare you for the quizzes. And so they're ungraded. You can have as many attempts as you want with it. So it's up to you. I highly, highly encourage it, though. If you don't do it, it doesn't get anything off, but it's strongly encouraged. There's also going to be quizzes almost every week. We're also going to have a discussion every week, which I'll discuss more in a second. And then there's going to be 2 exams, the midterm and the final. We have our grading scale, which is pretty much the standard Rutgers grading scale. So let's talk about the portions of the grading. So the weekly quizzes. Pretty much every week, and I'll show you the schedule in a minute, we're going to have quizzes for this course. And it's going to be on the material that's covered that week. Okay. And by the way, when I say week, our weeks go from Monday until Sunday, or through Sunday. And so, for example, with the quizzes, the homework, they're both the homework's, if you don't do it, it's fine, but I encourage it because it's going to help you with the quizzes. But they are due, each quiz is due at the end of the week, so by 11:55 p.m. on Sunday. Each one is roughly 10, I think each one is 10 questions. The lowest 2 will get dropped. Now, having said that, if you don't submit it on time, you will get a 0. So it is very important that you remember this. Now, it's almost every week, so it's always something to keep in your mind. But the other thing is, it is also your responsibility to make sure that it gets submitted. So when it gets submitted, you'll get a confirmation for it. It'll pop up, say it's been submitted. All right. It's really, if you have any doubts, you have to make sure you let me know. Okay. It's very, very important. Now, there's no time limit on this, but it has to be done in one setting. So once you open it, you have to complete it. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Our discussions. We are also going to have weekly discussions. And those weekly discussions are going to be done via voice thread. And basically what's going to happen is the weeks that we have these, which is almost every week, you're going to have to make one original post by Wednesday night, and you're going to have to respond to somebody else's post by Sunday night. Okay? So from Thursday to Sunday, you log back in, you respond to somebody else. These only have to be 30 to 60 seconds. You can either do a video comment or a just voice comment. So there's options that are on there. When responding to somebody, you can either agree, make a comment saying this is good, have you thought about this, this, or this. You may disagree. Always be respectful, though. Right? If they're wrong, don't say, well, this doesn't make any sense, you're wrong. So just, again, be very respectful with it. Each one should be about 30 to 60 seconds and should be an original thought. Here's the kind of the breakdown as far as grading of how I'm going to look at them. Each week you get 10 points possible out of 10. And so basically just this breaks it down for you. The exams, there's 2 exams, a midterm and a final. They'll be administered via my Econ Lab. Right? Now, the quizzes, you have unlimited time. The exams, however, there will be a 2-hour time limit. Okay, so once you open it up, you have 2 hours. Now, if you have any kind of technical difficulties with these, it is very important that you email me immediately. Right? Because unfortunately what happens is people don't take stuff, they forget about it, and then they'll email me 3 days later and say, 3 days after due, and say, oh, I couldn't get on, I don't know what happened. So it's your responsibility to make sure that it went through, and if you have any issues, you need to email me immediately. Okay? You can use the book, the internet, but you cannot work with any other students. Okay, and that's very important. I take cheating very, very seriously. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Our exam dates are listed. Integrity, I've talked about cheating. If you have any need for disability services, it's listed here. Reach out to me if you need special accommodations. And here's our course calendar. And again, so the weeks run from Monday through Sunday. So for each week, we have the week number, the date the class begins, and the chapter that we're covering, and any assignments. Okay, so for example, week 1, you have discussion 1, that's it. Week 2, you have quiz 1 and discussion 2, so on and so forth. So now we go back to Sakai here, and if we go back to the course syllabus and information, I mentioned that everything has to be done through my Econ Lab, the homeworks and the exams, the quizzes. The registration instructions are eventually going to come up. They're in that link there. It tells you what to do. You're going to need a code to get in and so forth. You go to My Courses. The course name is Rutgers University Microeconomics, Fall 2017. And then in there, the biggest thing you want to look at is the assignments, because as the assignments come up, they'll pop up there for you. Now, the voice thread, I've also put a link there to the tutorial, which kind of breaks it down for you. I'll show it to you in a second, but it just kind of gives you a broad overview. The course schedule really just comes from the syllabus, tells you each week what are the readings, the assignments. And then we have each week. All right, so each week over here, when we get to that week, that's where you go. So for example, the first week, you go in there, it says what the dates are. It'll tell you what your unit learning goals are, what the reading is. Now, it'll also give you the link to the lecture. So the lectures are posted here. And when you go there, I created them. I put them all up on YouTube. And so when you get there, you can either watch it in the screen or you can click up here to go to YouTube. But it should load. And yeah. So you go through that, and each week that's going to be there. And if we go back, so that's the learning goals, readings, the lectures. And then the second portion here is we have assignments. So the assignments are going to say what you have. And so each week you have your, if there's homework, quizzes, voice thread, so forth. Now, my Econ Lab ones aren't going to have any links to them, but it'll say what is up there. Now, the voice thread ones will. Now, there's plenty of tutorials out there for voice thread, but when you click on the link for it here, it's going to tell you to go to an external tool. I believe through Rutgers you should automatically be logged in, but let's see as it loads. So for this one, the first week, for example, you have to, in a video or voice comment, state the following: your name, your major, why you're taking this class, because I have to as an option, and something you want to share about yourself. And to do that, you click on the comment button down here, And there's the video option if you want to do it by video or just a voice one. Um, you can call in if you're having technical difficulties. So that's all of that there. And let's see. And so, yeah, so it has the dates on there as well when everything is to be posted. And so, for example, quiz one. So for this is week 2. And week 2, quiz 1 is due by 11:55 on Sunday. And so that would be Sunday the 17th. Has the voice read assignment in there and so forth. Now, the one thing to note is that these are only going to be posted 2 weeks ahead of time. And so, for example, week 3 is not going to pull up until September 11th. So week 3 goes from week 3 starts on September 18th. It's going to pop up 1 week early. Okay. So just something to keep in mind. The same happens with the assignments as well. They'll pop up 1 week ahead of when the week should start. And assignments, there's no assignments in there. The grade book, your grades as they get put in, they're going to put in there. And that's the course. So, and if you have any questions at any time, please feel free to reach out to me via email and just let me know if you have anything else. And if not, good luck, and I look forward to talking to you guys.